Back in 2010, Tron Legacy hit theaters. Critics shrugged, adults dismissed it, but for a younger generation, it was unforgettable. The neon light cycles, the Daft Punk soundtrack, the haunting beauty of the grid. It became a cult classic, a piece of digital mythology we still carry with us today. Now, 15 years later, the grid is opening up again with Tron Ares. But instead of excitement, the conversation is filled with doubt, mostly because of one name, Jared Leto. And I get it, Leto has baggage. A lot of people are ready to write this movie off because of him. But here's the thing, Tron Ares isn't just about Jared Leto, it's about whether we let this world live on. Because just like Legacy was ours, Ares could be theirs, the next generation's Tron. The question is, are we going to support it, or are we going to kill the grid before they even get the chance to step inside? This is why you should still watch Tron Ares, even if you hate Jared Leto. We all know about the Jared Leto discourse. He's been called pretentious, unbearable on set, even manipulative. His Joker was mocked, Morbius became a meme, and his method acting stories put people off entirely. So it's understandable why people are skeptical. Some fans have already said, I love Tron, but if Leto's in it, I'm out. But if we stop there, we miss the bigger picture. Because whether you love him or hate him, Jared Leto is the reason this movie exists at all. Speaking from experience, when I found out that Jared Leto would be leading this movie, I was off-put. I instantly said, he's going to ruin this. But if we stop there, we miss the bigger picture. Because whether you love him or hate him, Jared Leto is the reason this movie exists at all. Leto's role in bringing Tron back. After Tron Legacy in 2010, Disney shelved the franchise. The box office was decent, but not enough for a guaranteed sequel. For years, the grid sat dark. Then, Jared Leto stepped in, not just as an actor, but as a producer. He pitched new ideas, fought for nearly a decade, and convinced Disney to take another gamble on this world. He didn't just show up to star in Ares, he was one of the driving forces that made it happen. And he's not making a carbon copy of Legacy, he's bringing in new voices like Nine Inch Nails to score the movie. He's making sure the grid evolves. Like it or not, without Leto's persistence, Tron Ares might never have left development hell. Respecting the original Tron. Of course, none of this exists without the original Tron from 1982, a film way ahead of its time. Back then, computer graphics were still experimental, yet Tron dared to imagine an entire world inside the machine. It wasn't just a movie, it was a technological gamble. Disney took a risk on something audiences didn't fully understand and critics didn't know what to do with, but over time it became a cult classic. And that's the legacy of this franchise, bold, risky sci-fi that challenges what blockbusters can look like. Tron in 1982, Tron Legacy in 2010, and now Tron Ares in 2025. Each step is a leap into the unknown, and each one deserves the chance to define its era. The legacy of Tron Legacy. And this is where nostalgia comes in, because if you love Tron Legacy like me, you already know how special this franchise can be. Remember that moment Sam Flynn first gets pulled into the grid? The sound design, the light cycle booting up, Daft Punk's Recognizer thundering in the background? It was awe, pure awe. Or the End of Line Club, where Daft Punk literally played gods presiding over the grid. Or Flynn's Quiet Safe House, a digital Zen temple where the film slowed down to meditate on perfection, identity, and the beauty of imperfection. Legacy wasn't just a blockbuster, it was a neon myth, a slow, moody, deeply philosophical piece of sci-fi that grew in cult status because it dared to be different. And if Legacy meant something to you, if you loved its atmosphere, its soundtrack, its questions about humanity and technology, then supporting Ares is the only way to keep that flame alive, because this is our chance to return to that world, the grid. Why Tron Ares matters. Think about where blockbuster cinema is right now. Disney mostly gives us Marvel, Star Wars, and endless remakes. Original, risky sci-fi almost never gets made at this scale anymore. Tron Ares is different. It's bold, expensive, and ambitious. It's not a guaranteed hit, but that's why it matters. And the story itself picks up on themes legacy left behind, how technology and humanity collide, how we live with the systems we've created, how imperfection might be our greatest strength. Plus, Jeff Bridges is back, the grid is expanding, and for once, Disney is letting a weird, risky property step back into the spotlight. If we don't support it, we send a message: stop taking risks, stop making sci-fi like this, stick to the safe stuff. But if we do show up, we prove there's an audience for more than sequels and superheroes. Separating actor from film. It's easy to reduce Tron Ares to Jared Leto, but movies aren't made by one person. They're made by hundreds, even thousands of artists, designers, musicians, and storytellers. This is Joachim Running directing, picking up where Joseph Kosinski left off. It's Nine Inch Nails reimagining the sound of the grid. It's the VFX teams bringing impossible worlds to life. It's Jeff Bridges stepping back into a role that shaped a generation. To skip Tron Ares just because Jared Leto is involved ignores the work of everyone else pouring their creativity into it. This isn't the Jared Leto movie. This is the Tron movie. Why nostalgia should drive us forward. Back in 2010, Tron Legacy wasn't fully appreciated. Critics called it hollow, adults dismissed it as style over substance, but for many of us, kids and teens at the time, it was magic. It was a movie that introduced us to the grid, to Daft Punk's sound, to a vision of sci-fi unlike anything else. Now, 15 years later, we need to be careful, because we've grown up. We're the adults now, and just like the generation before us wrote off Legacy, we risk doing the same to Ares. It's easy to say, this isn't Tron Legacy, so I don't want it, but if we do that, we rob a new generation of the chance to discover their Tron, their moment of awe, their Daft Punk, this time, maybe Nine Inch Nails. So instead of hating Ares for not being Legacy, we should support it for what it is, the next step in the grid's evolution. Because we got our Tron, now it's their turn, and if we really love this franchise, the best thing we can do is let it grow, let it change, and let it inspire the next wave of fans the way Legacy inspired us. Closing statement. Tron Ares isn't about Jared Leto. It's about carrying forward a vision that started in 1982, was reborn in 2010, and now has a chance to inspire a new generation. We had our Tron Legacy. We remember the awe of that first light cycle, the pulse of Daft Punk's score, the sense of stepping into a world that felt endless. That was ours. But now, it's someone else's turn. A younger audience deserves their own entry point, their own grid to get lost in. And if we shut this movie down before it even starts, if we reject it because it's not our vision, we deny them that experience. So support Tron Ares, not because it's perfect, not because Jared Leto deserves it, but because Tron deserves it, because the grid deserves to live on. And maybe, just maybe, years from now, a new generation will be talking about Ares the way we talk about Legacy today.